Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives. Welcome to another Multi-Tool Monday. Today I have the CRKT Bivy Multitool. Now this multi-tool is made for climbing and rigging, but don't let that fool you. Really, the only reason they say that is because the pliers and the blade are one-handed opening. So it's not really too over-specialized at all. It does have this Marlinspike for rope work, but I mean, a lot of people do stuff with paracord, so it's not like you have to be climbing in order to find that useful. So the pliers are one-handed opening. You just push this switch up. And the knife blade is also one-handed opening if you use your right hand. Right, it's a liner lock. There you see the lock up there. And to fold the pliers back, you just push the switch again and fold it like so. That's pretty cool. And here are a few other multi-tools I have reviewed that have kind of the same idea. We've got the this buck x-tract where you just, hold on, you just push forward. And then we have this Auto multi-tool. Nice. Alright, so this one you just unfold the pliers, but the blade is one-handed opening. So as you can see, many have tried this configuration before. It's not a new idea, but it's all on how it's executed that determines which of these are winners and which you might want to pass by. Now the other three tools are on the back right there. They are the Marlinspike. Then you have a flattened Phillips screwdriver. And another screwdriver as well as a bottle opener. Now all three of those tools lock in place, and in order to unlock it you have to push on the switch. However, this switch is very tight, so I have my own way of unlocking them. I just raise up another of the tools. That will also unlock the tools if that one is partially raised, or any of them. So two ways to unlock it. So this is a minimalist tool set. There's no wood saw, there's no file, stuff like that, but for this genre of multi-tools, it is acceptable, perhaps even preferable. Now I've had this for a while and I've tested it out a lot. At this point, let me roll in some demonstration footage. Right, from the previous week. I went out and tested this. I cut up some cardboard and did a whole bunch of random stuff. Alright, so let's roll in the demo and then we'll be back for final conclusions. Okay, epic screwdriver demo right here. I don't usually demo screwdrivers because they're pretty self-explanatory, but I was just finishing up the review of this Kershaw Camp 12 when I removed the handle. And there you go. And I gotta say, I really like that the screwdriver locks in place because it's just more stable. Initial sharpness, we're gonna do the plain edge part. Now the serrations, they actually can cut pretty well too, if you get it on the right spot on the serration. Yeah, those serrations can slice too. And that was not bad at all. It made short work of the cardboard. It cut, you know, as sharp as a new box cutter. So it did well. Okay, let's demonstrate the Marlinspike working with knots, or you can use it to undo a knot like this. So the basic idea is to get the tip of the spike into the tight parts of the knot to loosen them up. Like so. See that? Yeah, so you get the idea there, right? Just makes it a little easier, especially if the knot is too tight for your actual fingers to get in there. Now you can also use this as a leather punch too. Let's try it on this old dead sheath. There we go. Now this is not, I don't think this is real leather, but whatever. It's several layers of some gnarly stuff. So yeah, you can use this as a leather punch as well. I really like this tool. It is unique. I've never seen another multi-tool with a Marlinspike, and it has many uses. And because it locks, you know, you can also use this as just a piercing weapon. You could break some ice if you had to. All right, let's test out these serrations on the cordage. Yeah, it goes through. You know, if you get the cordage right in the serration. Hold on, doing this through the viewfinder. Yeah, these are actually very good for cutting the cordage. I mean, almost no effort. Let's try 4 strands at once. Oh yeah, no problem. Now if you had like a bigger, thicker rope, right, you might have to do a sawing motion. But those are very sharp. And while I'm here, I might as well use the blade a little more. Yeah, they really do give you a nice edge on this. I mean, if I can use it like I use my whittling knife. Snapping off some blades with the pliers. Alright, let's try out the wire cutters. Alright, I'm going to pull out some of these nails because just as a test of how much force this thing can undergo. Okay, well some of those nails were harder than others, and there was one, like that one wouldn't come out. Or rather, I could kind of tell that if I pushed it too far, this could break, because it's gotten side-to-side play. Yeah, so as I was doing that last hard case nail, it started to develop a lot of side-to-side play. So I came in here and I tightened it. Just tighten that pivot screw with your Torx set, and that did fix it. You know, it's you saw when I was outside, it was really wobbly, and now it's better. All right, YouTube, we are back. So final thoughts on this CRKT Bivy Multitool. The blade was the big surprise on this multi-tool. It was surprisingly good. There are a lot of things that could have gone wrong with the execution of this blade, but they did not. Now the blade length is slightly under 3 inches. The plain edge portion was very sharp. Not only could it slice the paper very well, but it could slice through cardboard the way a much thinner utility knife blade could go through the cardboard, so very sharp. The serrations were also surprisingly good. Not only could you easily draw them through the cordage, but they could actually slice the paper as a plain edge would as well. Now this multi-tool is made in China, by the way. The reason I mentioned that is because almost any Chinese-made multi-tool that has a combo edge blade will have something wrong with the blade. You know, either the serrations will be too jagged, or the plain edge part will not have an edge put on it properly. You know, you could probably take 10 combo blades from China and none would be as good as the way they've done this one. I'm surprised. All right, about the pliers. Well, first of all, the one-handed opening, that's just really cool and very handy. I could see how that would be useful, especially if you only have one hand free, you're up there climbing. And you know, as multi-tool pliers go, they're pretty good. I mean, yeah, you know, you can turn something with them, of course. So yeah, I would recommend the pliers for light use, moderate use, you know, just like most multi-tool pliers. As far as what I was doing, you know, like applying as much force as you would with like a pry bar sideways, don't do that. Or I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's kind of abusive. You know, I test it that way so that you don't have to. Right? But it did develop some side-to-side play, but I was able to fix it. So yeah, the pliers are useful, but you got to use common sense. Now, how would I improve this tool? Well, first, like I said, that switch when you try to unlock the smaller tools, it was really, really tight, so they could adjust that switch. As I said, the blade is really well done, but I'm not quite sure why they chose the Tanto tip. I would have used more like a utility knife type of tip. That would give you a little more edge length to work with, and you'd still have a piercing point. I would probably add some scissors because I find scissors pretty useful. However, all of those criticisms, really, those are very minor. Overall, this is one of the more well done in this genre of multi-tools. You know, like I said, this multi-tool, the pliers are not one-handed opening, right? On this they are, but you know, hold on. You slide them forward, which is nowhere near as cool as the like switchblade like on that. This Autu multi-tool is really the only one that has a competing system as far as speed, but no, those are like larger, more heavy-duty multi-tool pliers than on this one. So yeah, the pliers kind of beat out the other three. And with this minimalist tool set, you know, they're leaning really heavily on the utility of the pliers and the blade. And if they hadn't done that blade so well, it would be a pointless multi-tool, but luckily they got the blade right. So yeah, overall I do recommend this multi-tool. It does what it set out to do. It's relatively compact for the capabilities that it gives you. You can use it as a folding knife replacement, and then you have access to pliers and screwdrivers. And the Marlinspike is a big plus as well. Alright, so this used to be $45 when it was new, but the price has now gone down to $35, and it could, it could change more in the future, but even at $35, I would say this is a very, very good deal. I will include an Amazon link if you want to pick one of these up, as well as links to the other videos and the other links to the competing multi-tools. Please try to use those links. They do help support the channel. I hope you enjoyed this Multi-Tool Monday. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.